Welcome, viewers. Today we are going to revise the 2022 School Certificate Computer Studies 7010 Paper 1. We'll concentrate on Section B. We'll revise Section A in the next video. Let's start. There are 3 questions in this section. Answer 2 questions only. Question 1 is compulsory. Choose one from the other 2 questions. A systems analyst has been engaged to develop a computer-based system for a company that uses a manual system for all business transactions. Part A. Name 2 utilities the system analyst can use to make an action plan. So there are tools that the system analyst can use to make the action plan. These include the Gantt chart, or can talk about the PET chart. Can have the PET. So PET charts, or you can talk about spreadsheet. So any 2 from the 3 answers there. Then part B, give 2 fact-finding methods that the system analyst could use to gather information from the existing manual system, and in each case, give a reason for your answer. So we have interviews. Then why do we need interviews? You get first-hand information. You get instant feedback. When you ask a question, you get your feedback instantly. It's an advantage. Then there's we've got observation. Okay. Why should we pick this? Because you have first-hand information. Information is not coming to you through a third person, but you're getting it directly. So that, and then the other methods that can be used include questionnaires, observation. Then the other method that you can use is what is called record inspection, where you can review the existing documentation. Give 3 reasons why software requirements must be specified before the installation of a new system. Number 1, software must be specified to ensure that the software is compatible with hardware. To ensure compatibility. Okay. Then the second reason why software is why software requirements must be specified is to align with the user needs and avoid the rework. So to align with the user needs, what the user needs. And then the other reason is for accurate budgeting. Because if they are not specified, you won't know how much it will cost you. You may end up under budgeting. So we need to budget accurately for license. You need to buy the license, and also if you have to also budget if there will be support involved. D, give 1 reason Why parallel changeover must be recommended for the new system. Okay, this one because it allows the old system to remain operational as a backup while the user adapts to the new system. So in short, it reduces the risk of data loss. It reduces the risk of data loss. In short, it provides as a backup, it has a backup system. In case the new system fails, you can revert to the old system. Study the Pascal program below and answer the questions that follow. So we've got this program here. Then we have to answer the questions. State the difference between integer and string. Okay, so these are data types. An integer refers to a whole number. Okay, integer, these are all numbers. All numbers can be positive or negative, whereas a string is a series of characters treated as one. String can be numbers and letters or letters. Write the screen display for lines 11, 12, and 13. So if we check the lines here, line 11 to just display average of N1 and N2 is, then to put the sum there. 12, it will just display my name is, the name will be displayed, which is Sepo there. So let's have the answers written here. It will be average. Average of N1 and N2 is 5. Line 12 to be my name is Sepo. If you look at line 13, it says end, so nothing is going to be displayed there. That's the program there, nothing. So the answer for line 13 is nothing. Nothing. That's the end of the program. So nothing is going to be displayed. It's just a command, that one. Write the change in code to enable N1 and N2 to be assigned a decimal number. Okay, so a decimal number in Pascal, we call them real. So under var there, var, we're going to have the variables listed as N1, comma, N2, comma, then we also have sum there, sum, then full column, that's the structure for Pascal, then the data type, which is the real. In Pascal, decimal numbers are called real. And don't forget to put a semicolon, because every statement in Pascal ends with a semicolon. D, give two reasons why Pascal is said to be structured programming language. Okay, so number one, because it supports control flow with loops, condition, and procedures. Number two, it encourages modular coding through block and subprogramming. So supports modular coding Modular coding is where you break down a program or a problem into sub-problems that can be managed. The other one is because it supports structured control. It supports structured controls such as loops, conditions, and procedures. Name a reserved word that ends with a full stop in Pascal. So there is only one reserved word that ends with the end. It's called end. Write the HTML code required to display the following. Part I, name ID in a table form. So to write this, since it's a table, we will start with a tag called table. Then we can have a border because the border has to be visible. So let's have the border equal to 1. Okay. Then we've got 2 rows. So we can have TR for table row. Then this first row, we've got table data. Table data. So what data is there? We've got name. Then we close this table data. Then we open another table data and write ID. And then you close table data. And then we close the table row like this. Meaning we've covered the first row here. Then the second row is empty. So we're going to repeat the same one here, but we're not going to write anything in that row. So in the table data. So table row, which is the second one. Then we are going to have table data. Then we are going to close it because there's nothing in that table data. Then we open again table data. Then we close it, table data, like that. We can close table row. So we close this table row and then we close our table here. Like that. You can try this. It will work and then you can give us the results. Then we go to part 2 where I'm saying write HTML code required to display the following. We want to display color, red, blue. Now this one is it's a bullet, yeah. This is a bullet. So we have different types of lists. This one is called an ordered list. So for this one, we are going to write color, which is a statement there, and then we can have now the list. So since it's an ordered list to BOL, then we can list our item. List item number 1, it is red. Then we close the list item number 1. We open another list item there. We write blue. Then we can close that. And then we close the unordered list. So this will display this in a browser. B, give 2 examples of empty tags. So empty tags are tags that do not open and close. It is just one tag because in HTML, most tags, they open and close. So these tags, these are the examples. We've got the line break, like this. Okay, we've got the horizontal rule. So this, see, the slash comes after the element inside there. HR, that is for horizontal rule. We've got the image tag. This image tag. We've got the text box tag. So input type. And so on. So any 2 from there. State the purpose of CSS. So what is CSS? That is cascading style sheets. The purpose is to define the presentation of styling of web pages. It's for styling, okay? And we use it to separate the design from the HTML structure for consistency. So to define the presentation, and the styling of web pages, So we've come to the end